I'm sure you had your reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea. I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
โดนัทยังไม่รู้แล้วเมื่อไรยูจะมีใจมีใครละมามีละไม้
Off on another adventure, are we?
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Mind where you're going.
Revelio.
พี่ปัตเตียนทำไมไปไกลจังอะ
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
What are you up to now?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
โดนัทยังไม่รู้แล้วเมื่อไรยูจะมีใจ
I'll smell as the scent of success. Try
Revelio.
nerve just yet.
โดนัทยังมีรู้แล้วเมื่อไรยูจะมีใจ มีใครเรามามีละไหม
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Accio. Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium
It's
Leviosa.
smaller than it looks. Finding a chest in
Revelio.
a conspicuous loft. Brilliant.
มีใครเรามามีละไหม
Defender. Confringo. Protego. Accio. Revelio.
ถ้าฉันจะขอพรบาร
Confringo. Accio.
ขอใครได้ไหม
Accio.
อยู่อย่างคนที่กอดฉันไว้เมื่ออายกันหนาวมันไม่ใช่ไหม
Confringo.
ก็เมื่อฉันรักใครฉันต้องเป็นคนผิดหวัง
Watch your step.
ไป
I nearly
เมื่อ
slipped
รั
there.
กไปหัวใจต้องแตกทุกครั้งทำไมต้องกันพูดถูกเรียกให้ผิดหวัง
Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Defender.
โอ้
Confringo.
We've read the world, all this grass.
Revelio.
It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about
Confringo.
expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then we're abandoned.
บ่น
Exactly.
อะไรวะเซบาสเตียน
We'll be fine though.
บ่นไม่หยุด
This is the sort of grey room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an offspring.
Revelio.
Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Accio. There's something here by the altar. Accio. Confringo. Defender. Revelio. Accio.
What did you find?
Revelio. Confringo. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Confringo. I need to find a safe way across. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Rickety bone bridge complete. Barbada. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
That's a lot of bone rattle.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperius Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on.
Revelio. Potato. Stupefy. Imperio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Revelio. Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Confringo. Confringo. Imperial. Bombarda. Confringo. Potato. Stupefy. Bombarda. Confringo. Confringo. Accio. Bombarda. Confringo. Potato. Confringo.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Confringo! Accio! Revelio! Accio!
This
Revelio.
catacomb suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Confringo! Revelio!
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Revelio! Imperial! Potato! Stupefy! Bombard! Stupefy! Finger! Confringo! Sender! Imperial! Confringo! Bombarda! Accio! Imperial! Confringo! Bombarda! Accio! Confringo! Bombarda! For a moment, I thought that'd never end.
Dead
Revelio.
end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Accio! Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
Revelio! Accio! The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Revelio!
Is that ominous? Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Persuade แปลว่าอะไรวะลืมโน้มน้าวปะชักชวนโน้มน้าว
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Come on แล้วกลับไงอะ
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind.
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
relics from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Oh.
I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous, but it only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Not moving out! Let's get it. You can't stop us. Kill spell
Good for you.
Keep up!
Accio.
Number and white coming back this way.
There we are.
That was quick. Oh, stop provoking them.
I'm handling it.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
เซบาสเตียนงานไม่หามึงหาแต่เรื่องทั้งปีทั้งชาติใช่แคทเมนก็งานไม่หาแต่เรื่องไอ้เหี้ยเซบาสเตียน
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I'm sure she didn't mean anything by it.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays like
Bombarder!
that, at least until we've done it.
Confringo!
I wonder how many they've got to capture.
ทำไมกูต้องมาซ่อม
Fantastic.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
Watch your step. How lucky for us.
Oh, to pick off a grubhorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Well, there's no turning back now.
Wait here! I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready. Over here!
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe. Revelio.
Watch out! It's a bird in. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but if we can get to that, we can get to the nest. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant. Revelio.
We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken? Now, if we just return her egg, we'll make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
I could use some gold.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
ไอ้เซบาสเตียนนี่มันเป็นอะไรนักหนาวะทำไมมันถึงแบบเย็ดแม่ขี้ร้องอย่างวะช่วยนู่นช่วยนี่
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented...
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Revelio.
Kill anyone who tries.
Ringo!
I've been fighting since before you were born. You don't stop me. Was that just it?
Bombarda! Confringo! Protego!
Try.
Imperium! Sendo! Bombarda!
What was that? I won't rest. Someone there? Such arrogance.
Revelio.
This is going on.
We make a good team. Once again, we can fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Nothing over here. Who's there? Someone.
Bombarda. Imperial. Confringo. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Give up. No!
Descendo. Bombarda. Confringo. Imperial.
Don't you try again, I beg you!
ของเต็มอีกแล้วครับผม
Revelio.
How dare you use that spell on me?
Revelio.
all.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Revelio. Confringo.
Yeah.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Hiểu em? Hiểu đi em?
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Who's that?
Stupid one.
I won't. No! Stop it! What?
Descendo.
Many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here.
Revelio. Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Revelio. Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Confringo!
Revelio.
That bridge has seen better days.
Confringo. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Imperial. Potato. Stupefy. Defender. Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
Accio! Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
เอ้าแล้วเปิดไม่ได้เฉย
Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
One less human to worry. Hogwarts teach you nothing about dueling. I'm a goblin, not a toy. It's so much too easy. Yes!
Accio. Imperial. Potato. Stupid. We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting. Confringo! Defender! Imperial! Confringo! Defender! Accio! Confringo! Defender! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Defender! Confringo! We certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
We're much more fun to fight with. Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Revelio! Confringo! Wasn't expecting that. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio! What do you have there?
Sebastian, I think I found something.
Hopefully it will help us
canvas
unravel
piece.
more of this mist. Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about
Revelio.
this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten, Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
เดี๋ยวผิวน้องแคทจะเสียใช่ไหมต้องทาครีมก่อนเดี๋ยวผิวน้องแคทจะเสียเริ่มมีแบบย้วยๆแล้ว
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand. Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself. I suspect you have a sharp eye for that.
อะไรเพิ่งเล่นเนี่ยกูเบื่อหน้าไอเซบาสเตียนวะเมื่อไหร่จะจบเควสแม่งวะโคตรน่าเบื่อเลยสัตว์ของจริงกันเลยน่าเบื่อเนื้อเรื่องมันเหมือนกันหรือเปล่า
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
เนื้อเรื่องมันเหมือนกันหรือเปล่าเซบาสเตียนพาร์ทมึงกับพาร์ทกูอะมันคนน่ารำคาญนี่แหละไอ้เหี้ยร้องทะเลาะกันทุกคนมันทะเลาะกันทุกคนไงล่าสุดด่ากูพร้อมไม่น่าช่วยแม่งเลยยัดแม่
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you.
อ้าวกูช่วยไปดีๆเฮียนี่แม่งด่ากูเละเทะไม่น่ารำคาญดีแล้วที่มันพยายามกูพยายามช่วยมันละกูพยายามใจดีกับมันละ
ช่วยมันสุดทางมันเปลี่ยนมองมันคนน่าสงสารแต่มองมันคนน่ารำคาญเนี่ยมันเจ็บมันเขียวไปเย็นเจ็บแม้หมวกกันตัดที่มันเลือด
Oh, good, you're safe.
ไม่เกี่ยว
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
ก็กูก็ช่วยมันปกติแต่มันร้องเฮียอะไรไม่รู้เยอะแยะ
They got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they
มันก็
were
น่า
at
ส
her
งสาร
house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said
ก็
they
มันเริ่ม
took the
กูก็
whole
สง
place
สารตอนแรก
apart
กูก็ช่วย
looking
หลังๆ
for
ไม่
it,
เริ่มน่า
screaming
รำคาญ
that
ละ
we cost them everything.
มันงูเขียวไงมันมาสลิดทลิงไง
I'm sorry, Poppy.
ช่วย
I'm glad she's all right. I don't think
ช่วย
either
น้อง
one
ป๊
of
อป
us
ปี้
could
ดี
have
กว่า
anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
I take it you
Yeah,
aren't
like,
going to
we
let the
don't
poachers
find
anywhere
them.
near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon.
แม่กูก็บอกอยู่ว่าเดี๋ยวดูให้ไอ้เชี่ยนี่ก็จะเอาเคิร์ดเมจิกอย่างเดียวเลย
Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius!
ตัวกูบอกอยู่ว่าเดี๋ยวดูให้
They want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
เอาน้องมันจะตายโหงแล้วนี่หว่าลืมไป
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope.
น้องมันกลัวขี้หดหมดแล้ว
I'll let you know as
แต่
soon
น่า
as I
รัก
have
ดี
a plan.
เหมือนรถผู้หญิงอ่ะสีมันเหมือนรถผู้หญิงอ่ะสีเขียวมิ้นท์อ่ะสีเขียวมิ้นท์แบบไฟกลมแบบแล้วก็แต่งน้อยๆ
ถ้ามันแต่งก็อาจจะสวยอยู่นะ
ก็มันแต่งมาแล้วครึ่งนึงอ่ะแต่งมาแล้วเยอะอยู่อ่ะแต่งมาแบบที่แบบไม่ต้องแต่งเพิ่มแล้วอ่ะ
มีหน้ากากนิปเลอร์ด้วย
ไม่มี
เควสเครื่องแต่งกายกูทำหมดแล้วนะเว้ย
ดีแล้ว
ทีนี้เก็บแหมปัญหาใหญ่ละไล่ตามเก็บไอ้นั่นนะเก็บไปปิว
กูบอกแล้วให้ทำไปเรื่อยๆติงเรื่อยๆกูทั้งวันอ่ะ
ไม่มีเควสตรงไหนมันเปิดจุดวาร์ปหมดยังอ่ะผมฟู
เกือบครบละ
ผมตามเปิดขนาดนั้นเลยวะ
กูผ่านขับผ่านกูก็เปิดขับผ่านกูก็เปิด
แล้วเวลามึงวิ่งไปนู่นไปนี่มึงไม่ใช่ผมฟูอ่ะถึงได้ผ่าน
ก็ใช้ดิบางทีมันตอนมันไปไกลๆอ่ะมันก็ต้องเปิดแบบไปแวะเปิด
Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
เพราะว่าระหว่างหมู่บ้านมันมีพอให้ยาไปขวดนึงมันก็ให้คืนมา3 ขวดเนี่ย
His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
ไม่ใช่ไม่จิเก็บได้ไม่เยอะเก็บได้นิดหน่อยตอนนี้มี3 หลอดอยู่เลย
Might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting.
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
ดูถ้ากูขับบินผ่านกูก็แวะกูก็ขับแล้วกูก็ได้มันได้แรกๆเลยนี่ได้ก่อนไปมังกรนี่เก็บไป 3-4 อันแล้วขับผ่านกูแวะหมดแวะทุกที่ไม่เฮียนี่มึงใช้ให้กูวิ่งไงไปไหนเนี่ยน้องพาพี่ไปไหนอันที่ไม่ได้เปิดคืออันที่แม่งอยู่แบบแมปใหม่อะไรเงี้ยยังไม่ได้ไปเปิดถ้าเหมือนเปิดแมปใหม่ทีนึงกูก็ไปไล่เก็บครบหมดอะผงฟู
Revelio.
เกมนี้ดีไม่ค่อยน่าเบื่อไอ้เหี้ยแวะได้ตลอดเลยแล้ว
อะไรตามอยากไว้เลยครับเล่นเฟซใหม่
ก็มีอะไรทำอยู่ดีก็มีทำได้เรื่อยๆ สัตว์กูก็เปิด กูเก็บเควสหมดเนี่ยนี่กูผ่านไอ้นี่แล้วเนี่ย
I
เมอ
know
ร์ลิน
what
เนี่ย
that means. Merlin trial.
ไม่ก็ต้องไอ้นี่เย็นต้องไอ้นี่ใหม่ต้องเล่นเซฟใหม่
Revelio.
เล่นบ้านอะไร
ว่าจะลองไปเล่นเลฟเอฮับเฟิลพับ
ตอนแรกกูอยากได้อัลฟาปั๊บแต่เยี่ยมบอกเขาเลือกให้กูดิฟินโด
กูอยากทำกูอยากทำเควสสัตว์ไม่ใช่เลยหรอ
ตัดอะไรวะ
เอาบ้านฮับเฟิลพับมันมีแนวโน้มจะได้เควสสัตว์เยอะ
เยี่ยมมันขึ้นหมดอ่ะ
ก็มันมีถ้าอยู่บ้านกิฟฟินดอร์มันจะมีอยู่เควสหนึ่งที่ให้ไปทำอะไรวะให้ไปเสกคาถาผู้พิทักษ์อะแต่กูไม่ได้อยู่กิฟฟินดอร์
เวทไลท์ไม่มีคาถาผู้พิทักษ์
มีถ้าอยู่บ้านกิฟฟินดอร์มันจะมีอยู่อันนึงให้ไปเสกคาถาผู้พิทักษ์มีเควสลองยังไม่หมดมันมีแล้วกูไปดูคนอื่นมามันมีไอ้ไม่เถียงกับมึงละไม่รู้ของอะไรอ่ะมันมีให้ไปเสกคาถาผู้พิทักษ์อยู่อ่ะนี่อะไรก็ช่างเลยเควสตัวนั้นคนเดียวกันกูได้ไปไอ้นี่กูได้ไปฆ่าโชว์คนที่มันพาไปอัดคาบันอ่ะตอนกูมาทำกูได้ไปฆ่าโชว์
มึงได้ไปอัดคาบันด้วยเหรอ
ไม่ได้ไปไงแต่ว่ากูไปคุยกับมันกูไปฆ่าโชว์แทนไง
Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately,
presenting
Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I would have help from witch and wizard and retrieve it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind.
But here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok.
Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
I'll meet and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
ไม่รู้อ่ะไม่ได้ดูเลยทำอย่างเดียวไม่ได้ไปรับเลยขี้เกียจรับ
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
ปวดหัววะทรงได้นอนเร็วเนี่ยเลยวันนี้
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
ได้เลิกเล่นไว
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I'll be quiet. I still can't believe we're inside a real...
Revelio.
I've read about mines like this. I've seen them as something else altogether.
หรอวะ
I'll meet you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
แม่แล้วมันเยอะจังอะหลังๆกูเริ่มขี้เกียจบวกแล้วกูเข้าไปแข็งอย่างเดียวเกียจแบบขี้เกียจบวกนานเนี่ยกูไปจิ้มแป๊บเดียวแต่ตายหาหมด
I'll get us through his safely, mate. You have my word.
กูอัพไอ้เหี้ยนี่มาโคตร OP ถ้ารีเวลิโอแบบไกลๆแบบเยอะๆ ไม่รู้อ่ะไม่เลย
บางทีมันเกมมันเพี้ยนนะมึงเข้าใจ
มันก็เป็นแค่คอสตูมเฉยๆไม่เป็นไรหรอก
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be a schematic. They're building something.
Revelio.
Quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
กูยังสงสัยอยู่ว่าสรุปไม้กวาดหรือว่าสัตว์อะไรแรงกว่ากัน
บินติดในตัดมันไม่ลดด้วยนะเว้ยดึงความเร็ว
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
แล้วไปไงอ่ะแล้วหลงดิหลงนิดหน่อย
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
What's going on? Little mooncow.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Accio. Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small.
วางดิทำไมไม่วางอ่ะเงาเหรอ
เล่นเกมเหี้ย
ก็เล่นไปดีแค่นี้
Revelio.
Oh my god.
Confringo. Accio.
อยู่กับไอ้น้องนั่นแหละ
Revelio.
นั่งกับเขาห้ามไปไหนเต็งนั่งดูเขาเล่นเกม
Bombarda.
ไปไหนโอ้คือมันดูดพอดอย่างเดียวนะแรงมาก
Revelio.
นี่แหละที่ต้องการไอเลิฟบี
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff with our care.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Revelio.
ฮะ I want to Leahได้แล้ว
The wizards will.
How nice. Imperial.
That was meant for me.
Bombarda. Potato.
I won't be dead.
How nice of you. Bombarda.
I should have been.
Incendio.
Nice try.
Confringo. Get away. Accio. Imperial. Incendio.
I should have been. Not quite.
Confringo. Potato. Stupid one. A miss. Confringo. Pity. Not right.
What's the point of this?
You can't stop. Potato. Stupid one. Accio. Confringo.
I've been fighting with this before you were born. Easily diverted.
Confringo. Revelio.
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Accio.
แต่กูเพิ่งเอาออกไปเมื่อกี้ไว้
Revelio. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
แล้วอะไรมา
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Bombarda! Confringo! Accio! Revelio! I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. I hope Professor.
My next broom upgrade to be even more impressive.
Revelio.
Come by Spit Witches as soon as you can.
Confringo. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo.
That's that. Settled.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. and I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Get
away from me!
Oh, คิดหมัดแล้วกัน
Have you ever had a question?
ในเกมเลยวะ
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather...
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why.
Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Oh no, it's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that matter.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
สวยไหมไม่เห็นเนี่ยแล้วไม่ใส่แว่น
Wait until Master...
Ahem! Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's
Bombarda! Confringo!
Would devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. 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 Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Lumos. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal. am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Để chụp thanh như vậy đúng không? Được chưa? Đẹp. Học tiếp rồi gì?
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. I see a staircase straight ahead.
This happen?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way. More danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible. They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power. Bombarda! Revelio! Defender! Bombarda! Potato! Stupid! Descender! Defender! Bombarda! Revelio! Defender! Stupid! Stupid! Bombardego! Stupid! Stupid! Bombarda! Stupid! Defender! To Bolsa!
Descender. Depulsor. Potato. Stupid. Descender. Depulsor. Bombada. Bombada. Defender. Defender. Bombada. Potato. Stupid. Bombada. Defender. Bombada.
stone. This must be for me.
You're far from finished. Pass through the mourner.
She's gone.
Dear, sweet Neve.
Let us always honor.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Revelio.
If the rumors are to be believed, you've taken to increasing the beast population. Where do you find the time?
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Bye, Cat.